Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. We've got a super new moon on the 4th. 2 weeks later, eclipse season begins on the 19th, and right around the same time, just 2 days before that eclipse, we are going to have Venus go into shadow. So there's so much to talk about here. I'm going to start with that super new moon, which takes place early in the month. Now, that new moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound and meaningful change, profound and meaningful truth. It has to do with digging very deep within you to uncover what your authentic feelings actually are about a given situation. So much so that it can't help but transform a situation in one way or another. Now, interestingly, this part of the sky also connects you to financial institutions. So it has to do with interacting with financial institutions, everything from grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments, tax returns, benefits you may qualify for. Now, here's the thing with this new moon. It is going to stand across the sky from Uranus with precision. And what that means is there will be surprises here. There will be a sense of you leaping into the future based on some truth which comes forward very quickly. Now, this may be a truth about yourself. It may be some realization as to what you've been feeling all along, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But this can also be an experience that serves as a catalyst for you, that leads you to your personal truth. And that catalyst may be an exploration of what otherwise you consider taboo in some way. But wherever it is that you are open to, or even if you aren't open to it, because this is Uranus after all. Uranus is the karmic change that arrives, whether or not we think we're consciously ready for it. And regardless of whether you feel you're ready or not, in some way or another, based on the new experiences, the new understandings you have, you are left changed in some way. As I said, this part of the sky can cover financial situations, financial sharing, for example, or financial institutions, and whether it is that you are hoping to bring a particular matter to resolution, that can happen very quickly. But also possible here is that a financial matter comes up for your consideration, and very quickly, you are figuring out the best way forward for you. Regardless of what happens at this time, remember, when we have such strong financial energy, it means the money you need is there. Sometimes you just got to do a little bit more to show up for it. But in this case, with Uranus opposite this new moon, there really isn't a whole lot you need to do. Allow whatever wealth or prosperity is meant to find you to come. It may be financial, but also possible here is tapping into emotional prosperity, spiritual prosperity, and in an instant realizing just how rich you are. It will be on the 19th of the month that eclipse season will begin, with a full moon lunar eclipse taking place in a financial part of your sky. Now, I want you, and I'm going to invite you to get comfy here, because it is going to be this very area of the sky and its opposite sign, the part of the sky where we've got the new moon this month, that is going to begin to have eclipses this month with that lunar eclipse at the end of the month. But you're going to have eclipses in these parts of the sky into 2022, into 2023 as well. And so, yes, you might as well get comfortable, because eclipses ultimately, they can bring with them surprises, they bring with them truth, but they do align you with something greater than anything you could have imagined for yourself, a more loving and wise karmic path. And that includes, and especially now begins, a karmic path towards understanding prosperity and abundance differently and aligning with more of it based on your unique definition. And so here we've got this powerful full moon eclipse, and it is going to be speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto. That is one of the more beautiful symbols we are going to see for things changing very quickly in a way that works to your advantage as well. With Pluto, there is a transformative quality here, but there's also a power quality, some power move that ultimately does align you with money that's meaningful to you, understanding what's worth doing for money and what isn't, where it is that you're on the right path. It could be this time that brings alignment with greater prosperity, yes, but also rooted in greater success. But where it is that perhaps you're ready to go in a whole other direction, that is going to be abundantly clear at this time as well. Remember, with eclipses, the best approach is to stay open to a higher, more loving wisdom, even if it isn't apparent right away, knowing that ultimately what is revealed, what does come forward, what does come to fruition, will in some way align you with a path that is more in alignment with your soul than you knew before. And that can only be for the better. Now, where it comes to matters of love, we've got a couple of energies to talk about here. One is Venus, just days into the brand new month of November. Venus will move into the top of your sky. Now, normally Venus spends about 4 weeks per sign per year, but this year is different. We are going to have Venus stay in this part of the sky right into March of 2022. That's a long time, an unusually long time. And what that means is a retrograde season is beginning. The retrograde season officially begins on the 17th, and Venus will go retrograde next month. So I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. And of course, be on the lookout this month for special horoscopes. You'll see something published on YouTube as well. So do watch out for that, because that's where I'll dive into this energy for you a lot more deeply, but also talk about it for the collective. The thing that I want to impart with you now as we begin this month is watch what is taking place for you on the 17th, on or around the 17th, 2 days leading up to it and right around that day, because whatever shows up for you in any area of life really, but including in matters of love, what you love, especially where it comes to a career path, a higher, more loving vision for love, whatever that is for you, you are going to be examining it more deeply in the weeks ahead. But more importantly, once we navigate into the new year, and once we get to the end of January, beginning of February, that is when you will see the events of the middle of this month differently in some way. And of course, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But what I do want to focus on for this video is the fact that at the very end of last month, Mars, your ruling planet, moved into the part of the sky where we've got that new moon taking place at the beginning of this month. This very consequential, truth-oriented, and yes, taboo-oriented part of the sky will have you examining more deeply what meaningful connections with others look like for you. And it is through desire that certain catalyst moments can occur. For those of you open to meeting someone new, this larger trend of Mars now, that's going to take you right to the middle of next month, well, it is going to be this time when you are truly wanting something that feels authentic, like a profound bonding experience with another, and you just might find it. There may very well be moments now where you feel pulled by fate in a particular direction. Now, what that tells you is there's a lesson here. That's what it means. What you do with it, with the feeling, is always up to you to decide in light of your unique circumstances. But yes, you may feel very pulled in a particular direction, almost on a soul level, if you will. And ultimately, that invites you to look at yourself more deeply, to understand where it is and how it is you're desiring meaningful change in different areas of life. For those of you just starting to date somebody, look, with Mars moving into this part of the sky, Mars is your ruling planet as well, giving this move that much more importance. It is about getting to the truth about what you feel for this person. If you feel truly connected to this person, Mars moving here will bring with it an increase of intimacy, whether that's physical or emotional, but likely both. But if it is that it doesn't feel like this is something truly authentic for you, doesn't feel real for you, well, either you're going to decide to go in a whole other direction, or someone else could present themselves now that helps you to find this clarity, that helps you to understand you're ready to go in a different direction. For those of you who are in an established bond, Mars moving into this part of the sky does denote an increased focus on perhaps your partner's finances. It may feel like things aren't as stable, as steady as both of you may like, but that's okay. Again, this is an energy that will pass, especially once we get further into December. But at least for now, there may be some consideration here looking at the give and take within your bond, especially where it comes to financial matters. However, this energy can play out in other ways as well, and it has to do with being motivated to being more honest and more vulnerable, more emotionally vulnerable with each other as part of moving towards a depth of intimacy and a depth of commitment as well. What I love about this month for you, there is so much here. What a powerful time. I absolutely love the energy of that lunar eclipse. The thing to remember with eclipses, though, is that you got to stay open. They're not necessarily energies that say set an intention. Really, I would advise not doing that because they are a wild card factor. But rather, it is a good energy to be open to, an energy to say to the universe, I trust. And if you trust, the symbolism here, which is that you are aligning with more and more meaningful prosperity than you've known before, then you definitely will be led in that direction. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every single week for every single sign for as low as just $3 a month. With Choose Your Membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. As a superstar, you'll get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week. And higher tiers get you things like access to special horoscopes, class passes for future Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.